feels like air, but like a different kind of air. It's like a rushing wind and the water moving so fast. It's just really powerful. Because we drink it, and if we don't use it, we can't drink anymore and we would rehydrate.
If our body dries out, we would die, and we would never see our mommy and our daddy again.
Don't use it badly, use it goodly.
Since the beginning of time, the local koi in the Cape of Storms valued and cherished water as a sacred and special source for life. When foreign settlers colonized the Cape, they divided it both spatially and racially, and over time, Cape Town became a tale of two cities. The city also rigidly controlled irrigation systems and the distribution of water to the people. In more recent times, Cape Town has experienced a serious water shortage and a huge wake-up call, which has put the value and wonder of water in the spotlight. While the shortage is now hopefully a thing of the past, it has made us all a whole lot more water conscious and aware of just how precious this life-giving resource is. My name is Nomfundo Lucia Masango, and as a young South African director, together with a group of young filmmakers, we set out to take a new, vital look at the world of water through the fresh, youthful eyes of an awesome group of kids. These angels led us on a journey of exploration to understand, use, appreciate, and preserve this most precious natural gift. From the get-go, a diverse team of documentary filmmakers and mentors discovered that they also had a whole lot to learn about the mysterious, wonderful, and vital resource we call water, or amanzi in our local Xhosa dialect. The very first stage of our journey involved shocking our kids in a fun way, where we all got them to see what it means not to have water in order to better understand the importance of water. We told them that they were going to the lake house for a swim. On arrival, they were most definitely in for a bit of a surprise.
Water.
Maybe dried up.
Yeah.
What's happened?
You dried up
nice, but now it happened. What happened?
What happened?
After their initial disappointment, it didn't take long to get their spirits back with a couple of really fun activities involving a whole lot of paint and a host of other juicy and colorful delights.
Welcome back to We Love Saving Water. As you can see, here's our main character, Jessica. This is his brain that we got a little bit big, but it's very vital and the most blood goes to it. And you know there's a lot of water in the blood. Strawberry and blueberry. Strawberry and blueberry. Strawberry and blueberry.
At the initial workshop, sound trainee Zizipo Ziggy Honzi, who has grown up in the nearby community of Dunoon, queuing to get water from a communal tap and carrying it home for long distances in 20-liter buckets, shared with us that has been her way of life for as long as she can remember.
ndirenta indawo esiteneni but amanzi ndiwakha ngebhakethi ukuwasendlini andinayo isinki. Umahluko phakathi komuntu ohlala etyotyombeni nomuntu ohlala esiteneni yileyo. Umuntu ohlala etyotyombeni, thina sihlala etyotyombeni, amanzi siwakha ngepheyile which is etephini, siwafaka endlini. Whereas bona banesinki ngaphakathi ezindlini zabo, some bayawakwazi wa-storage amanzi abo emapheyileni but abafumani that la mzuzu yoba baphume phandle bayokha amanzi babuye bawafake endlini. So ngoyena mahluko esiwafumana ngawo amanzi lawo.
Our sound trainee Ziggy had shared with us that she knew from a very early age what it was like not to have water and to have to fetch it from far away in big buckets every day. And now, Ziggy invited our film crew to visit her community of Dunoon to meet and interview one of her friends.
Amanzi siwakha apha phakathi ematyotyombeni. Sisebenzisa itephu like wonke umntu walapha ematyotyombeni oyisebenzisayo.
What I had not expected was actually having to go and fetch water myself. But Ziggy wasn't letting me get away that easily. Something many of us totally take for granted is easy access to water, using taps, showers, and flush toilets in our houses. One thing that really blew me away, queuing with the local community for water and collecting it, was how friendly and helpful everybody is, and how patient they are, even though the wait for water sometimes seems to take forever. As I experienced firsthand, for many thousands of South Africans in informal settlements and township communities, water is a privilege which you have to work for very, very hard.
Make it off, man. Why don't you make it off, lady? Okay, yes. Step back.
On the way back to our new friend's house, I nearly had a terrible accident. But luckily, LaShawn Lowe, our other sound trainee, saved me and my precious water. And finally, I managed to deliver the water home. Respect, respect, respect. Nothing but deep respect for my friends. Meanwhile, the kids were in for a real treat. Two of our super talented mentors were gifted composers Kyle Shepard and Heinrich Franz, who staged a songwriting and composing workshop with the kids, where they had to write an uplifting theme song and tune all about water to later perform to their parents.
Because remember the last words.
There you go, yes. Come on, let me show you how. Right? Easy, right? So we get. So that's good.
While this was happening, this gave our trainee editor, Clayton Wheeler, the opportunity to edit a rough sequence around the Dunoon water gathering experience to show and share with the children how residents from Dunoon collect their water.
So guys, do you want to watch the video?
Yes.
Cool. So Jill, go ahead and press play for us.
I was totally blown away by the kids' reaction to the video. It was clear to me, pretty much like my own experience of Dunoon, that their eyes were opened wide for the very first time, and they were deeply, deeply moved and emotionally touched by what they saw.
I feel bad because they don't have water, and I want to give them like $100 every day.
I suddenly only want to drink when I feel very thirsty and have shorter baths and showers and just feel really bad for them.
Because they have to do this every single day, and we don't need to even do that.
The next day began bright and early with our group going on a very special, super early morning visit to the Two Oceans Aquarium at the V&A waterfront. The ocean, or saline seawater, accounts for over 97% of the Earth's water, while fresh water accounts for only 2.5%.
These penguins are so cute. And if you're watching this, be jealous. You are jealous right now. Jealous, I say. Jealous.
So it's super weird just how little we care for our oceans and the amazing, beautiful creatures that live in them, many of which we are fishing and destroying very, very fast.
But look, even the little fish are eating the plastics. And
The fact that the oceans are also the world's biggest dumping site for millions of tons of terrible toxic plastic really freaks the kids out.
If you litter, it'll land up in the ocean and the fishes will die.
You should try refuse plastics and other things. And I've learned that some sea creatures, well, every sea creature, they don't know that plastic is bad for them because we made it.
Reduce, reuse, refuse, recycle, respect.
The rest of the day was spent in the nearby park, having a whole lot of fun, learning hands-on about water purification.
5, 4.
This is our
One,
talent.
okay, that's enough.
That's enough.
No, she can stir.
Some charcoal. Are you sure, Mom? Yes, she said the whole thing. Don't you think we should repeat? Bark, don't you dare come in. No, stay. Good. No, Bark! Good, Bark. No!
They also learned a whole bunch of other interesting marine biology and scientific facts, like how much of the world's water is actually ocean, and how much water it takes to make a hamburger.
Dirty. What is it?
Let me know when.
Oh, and Heinrich joined us for a final rehearsal of the song the kids wrote together before their performance to their parents the next day.
Can you imagine a life without water? Nice. Water, yes. No roses for mothers, thirsty animals crying. There we go, crying.
My experience at the aquarium was amazing. Fun, exciting, and I was happy I came.
My day at the aquarium was amazing, fun.
It was lovely.
Will we wait until rivers quit flowing? Yes, Tamika, flow. Lovely.
I cannot believe that the final day of the amazing Water is Life journey has come. We decided it was important to make it up to the kids and take them out for the swim we promised them at the beginning of this adventure. Nothing beats a swim in the beautiful ocean at the foot of Table Mountain. And it kind of got us thinking a little bit about where this all began and how the first people in the Cape must have experienced water all those centuries ago. Of course, without the benefit of the ice cream cones, that is. Back in Studio 3 at Atlantic Film Studios, the NFVF trainees and technical team prepare for the final presentation, where the kids pretty much sum up their whole Water is Life experience in a final performance for their parents, who virtually haven't seen them for the entire week. The super amped and excited kids do last-minute Water is Life song rehearsals. Everyone is super excited.
Go kids, come
What
on.
can one ultimately say at the end of an intense creative period like this? Can words easily express what makes it all worthwhile? What makes it a genuinely valuable or even a life-changing experience? For the children, my wish for them is that they return to their world as young, water-wise ambassadors, role models to their peers to use water wisely, and to conserve our wonderful, life-giving water and mighty oceans. For us as trainees and emerging filmmakers, thanks to the peer-to-peer, hands-on learning by doing, an amazing mentorship from industry icons, many of our Water is Life fellow trainees, including myself, have already gone on to other major productions as senior trainees and crew. Water is Life has been a stepping stone or launch pad to life for us as aspiring filmmakers. Our foundation to a film-filled future full to overflowing with promise. Rather like how the streams and the rivers start to flow after the rain has fallen, enriching and nourishing the cracked and dry land, renewing and revitalizing the parched soil with the future promise of life. And the way forward? In the end, the choice is ours as to how we use water wisely to ensure a future for our own children and their children. The future, after all is said and done, is entirely in our hands.